Looks like a fail. Well, I can't hear what we're saying from this distance. I can read it from the movement of her lips, the expressions on her faces. I push my chair over to her present, twirling her braids around a deeply troubled look in my frowning bookworm body. Is this some kind of King's Speech situation? I'm tempted to put with some bookworm buddy who's obviously treating like this like some sort of therapy session. However, Takasaki-san, do you have a moment? For you, all the moments you need. Can't tell her just drop it when out of goodness of her heart she'd come up with a second makeup plan for us. So I speak to a press who's playing her braids awkwardly. Why is she so determined when it comes to helping other people? Shirahane, Takasaki and I are always falling out. She just left us to it to resolve itself. She wanted an agreement, when affectionately watching the two of them talking over by the boat, she continues. I don't think there's any reason for it. You're saying she's just a busybody? Yes. Shirahane is the kind of person who's able to put aside her own needs when it comes to others. It really helped me out as well. She smiles broadly and I find I can't say anything in response. I think the same goes to me, however. It's a painful truth to hear someone like me. I'm the sort who tends to keep others at arm's length. Look over at Sasaki's sisters who at some point managed to draw closer to me, and Hanabishi who's always trying to help me out. So Shirahane and Takasaki are now walking this way. You sure look pleased with yourself. Shirahane-san is a very good person. She says this is such a composed expression I almost want to burst out laughing. Shirahane also blinks in surprise at her frank words. I have a little proposal. Let's spit it out. She raises her hand like Lincoln delivering the Declaration of Independence and points to a boat moored by the shore. I want us to go out on a boat. Then go ahead. With you. Words are delivered as sharply and directly as a katana being drawn, and all I can do is nod. This is my first time in a boat. I immediately take the issue with this casual revelation of the truth, and as my Amitié partner lies back and stares up at the blue sky. That's a lovely image there, right. Yeah, I thought you said leave it to you. Wasn't there something about having loads of experience and work? I lied. If I said I'd never been in one before, you wouldn't have come. Yeah, no shit. Glare out of the corner of my eye, she flashed me a rare smile in return. It's kind of scary having you smiling creepily at me like that out here in the open water. Oh, don't worry. I'm not planning on pushing you overboard and letting you drown. I certainly usually make jokes and it sends a little chill up my spine. A popular ghost story about a young couple whose child drowns in a boating accident. They have another child, and one day when we're boating again, he turns to him and says, "Don't drop me this time." You know, better times are not good with huge mountains. I can't see past or deep seas when I can't make out the bottom. Of course, same goes for a deep, dark lake like this. Takasaki smiles, perhaps having sensed my unease. Look at this lake, the deep green of its water. It reminds me of something. A Stephen King movie. The Raft. From Creepshow 2, right? Don't bring that up now. It's a film about some teens under attack from mysterious killer algae. Seems she's been brushing up on her 80s pop culture like I told her to, but it's an unwelcome reference given her current situation. A short movie is a scene of someone sprawled out on a sunbathing in a raft, just like we are right now. As I look over at Takasaki smiling creepily. You're the one who's so desperate to come play at the lake. Are you happy now? Yes. I didn't swim, but I got a nice walk through the woods. I'm very satisfied. I wouldn't call it a nice walk in this heat. You haven't been swimming then? Did you chicken out thinking about my movie? She doesn't respond to my taunt, instead glances down at her chest. Admiring your own assets? No. You talk of swimming just made me wonder if my breasts are going to keep on growing. That's right. Am I meant to take this as a declaration of war? What are you talking about? I was saying I don't need him to get any bigger. I'll get him away with my dancing. You mean you wouldn't look as good on stage? Of course, some information I'd learned from my older sister. Heard that some girls bind their chests if they get too big. Yes, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm keeping an eye on them. I have to be careful not to tan. She rubs her upper arm, she says this. She must have applied sun cream earlier. I've heard that even if you tan to start with, you can whiten your arms lighten cleavage with makeup. If you're not covered by your outfit. But in your case... I tell it doesn't look like she needs it. I think I see a smile. It could just be my imagination, though. Anyway, being out here, I have more of an urge to do some camping rather than playing with water. It'd be nice to have a barbecue or something, like we did at the Harvest Festival. Camping? No, we've done it before. I'd like to try. Well, got good news for you, Chidori. There's a fantastic anime start. Well, I can put one cap on there. You seem like you're better suited to glamping than camping. She asked me what glamping is and I respond. It's like pseudo-camping. Trying to get in touch with nature and maintain a good Wi-Fi connection at the same time. Why even bother? You never have anything nice to say, do you? Her gaze isn't exactly irritated, but it's definitely reproving. I shrug and fall silence. The sky's a bright shade of blue, and every so often a lone cloud drifts by. The only sounds of warbling birds and the shore, the soft creak of a boat as it rocks in the water. Until... my notebook. Hmm? My notebook. You wrote in it, didn't you? Her tone is a mix of discomfort, anger, and confusion. I nod even though I regret my out-of-character actions. Oh, sorry for touching your personal stuff without asking. It's okay, I'm not angry. I don't think I can say to that. I'm the one who told her not to touch the books on my shelf when I first started showing her room. Takasaki glares up at the clouds of a moment and turns her face to me, as though she's finding the silence awkward. Her eyes bore into me, her face is flushed red to the tips of her ears, and she opens her mouth nervously. I'm sorry for being so stubborn, and... thanks. What? Nothing. Usually it's just when I start thinking over things like how Shirahane's deductions are always on my mark, or how she must have had some kind of ulterior motive. Don't worry about it. She's so easily crossed with every line. I draw myself and other people, and my mind isn't functioning properly. Good. I came here to say that. I'm envious of her ability to be so forthright. It's not something I'm capable of. Or am I? I'm sorry for breaking my promise too. Huh? Did you just apologise? Don't you dare tell anyone. I'm going out with words, but for some reason she smiles happily at them. It's not a sight I see too often, and I find myself entranced by it. Despite the fact that she's built her walls around herself to keep others out, just like me, here she is now flashing me with a totally unguarded, girlish smile. Sing for me. I'm crossing a line on my own here, I know that. Okay. She does as I ask, no sarcastic comments, no cool retort. That song. which I once found so sad. Now shines brightly onto the core of my being and may ray of a summer sun. There's a story in the Grimm's fairy tales called Suoh Shirahane. A woman shares a house with a lazy daughter and a beautiful, hard-working stepdaughter. She spoils a biological daughter while treating her stepdaughter harshly. One day, the stepdaughter is washing her spindle in the well when she accidentally drops it. When she informs her mother, she is ordered to retrieve it. Not knowing what else to do, the stepdaughter flings herself into a well and loses consciousness. When she wakes up, she finds herself in a beautiful meadow. Walking across it, she ultimately arrives at the house of a woman named Suoh Shirahane. Treated as an equal for the first time in her life, the stepdaughter happily agrees to stay in the house in Suoh Shirahane's service. However, she eventually grows homesick. When she tells Suoh Shirahane this, the woman gives her back to the spindle she had dropped and allows her to return home, clad in gold as a reward for her service. Jealous of the stepdaughter's newfound riches, the mother orders her other daughter to do the same and return with her own prize of gold. However, the lazy daughter is unable to serve Suoh Shirahane adequately. As punishment, Suoh Shirahane sends a girl coated in tar, enchanted so she can never wash it off. The message is fairly straightforward. The earnest and hard-working amongst us will be rewarded. There's no proof that's really the way of the world, though. No matter how honestly you live, or how much kindness you show towards others, there are some wishes that can never be granted. The story begins now is that of a fool struggling to claim their just compensation for living honest lives. Chapter 5. Suoh Shirahane. The area is hot and the sun beats down mercilessly, and I am the episode here. It seems like a good place to stop. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day. Join me next time for Suoh Shirahane. Bye bye.